These people gave up their rights a long time ago. Okay, right? First and foremost, you have a smartphone. If you have a smartphone, a computer, a TV, all that crap. Okay, a credit card. All right. If you have any of those things ready, give up your rights right there. Okay, because you know what's funny is when you set up your smartphone, your iPhone, your computer, all those things. When you set those up, what happens is you have to agree to a terms and policy agreement, right? So if you don't agree to that, you can't use the device. You know, you can't use the device if you don't agree to those things. These people are trying to fight for their rights now, like knowing that they didn't give up their rights a long time ago. Okay, you're literally building, right? Just like the brother was saying in the video, you're literally building the society that's going to condemn you, right? The future society that's going to condemn you, the so-called new order and all these things, right? It says, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark in the name of the beast or the number of his name, right? Okay? So if you don't have that mark, you're going to be put to death, man. They're literally going to excommunicate you. And it's not like, oh, they're going to force you to take the mark or anything. Because they know if they still force you to take it and you still don't comply, you're not a member of society. You know? You're basically rendered useless, man. Okay? That's why that shit's going to have to be a choice. You're going to have to take it and conform. They're going to try and break you. Right? And through spirit, my opinion, I believe there's gonna be like waves of this, right? There's always been waves of prophecies happening, right? Which is like a chain reaction. This prophecy comes in and it hits for this prophecy, like it connects together, like it's like a puzzle type of thing, you know, right? Right? And I believe this is just a phase. This is like phase one right here, you know, right? Because we're starting to get into the deep parts of this thing that's about to go down. The second stage is they're going to start to take away more of your, right? What they're doing is giving your freedom back. That's what they're trying to do. Or you can go outside more, right? Or you can go to your friend's house and have these much people over, right? These certain things, right? That's what they're doing. They want to take away your free will. That's what they did. They cut off everything from you, right? And now they're going to give it back slowly. And then they're going to cut it off completely, right? And you wait and see, man. You're going to see, right? It says, verse 17, man might by itself say he had the mark and the name, right? Or the name of the beast or the number of his name, right? Let's continue off that. All right, gonna have more scriptures too, right? But I have the whole breakdown, right? This is more of a sit-down lesson, but I decided to do it outside, man. You know, right? This thing's over with, man. Right? These people think that everything's gonna go back to normal. Nothing's gonna go back to normal. It never will, right? Because Isa has you in the position that he wanted you for a very long time, right? He had to break you down slowly in order to get to this point, right? Yeah, we'll just read out of it, right? And these are the same scriptures I brought out yesterday for that little breakdown I did, right? I know a little breakdown, a little lesson, okay? Right? So we're gonna go to Luke, all right? And there are even going to be people outside this truth that are not down with the system, and they're going to be excommunicated out. They're going to be trying to get they're going to be people out to get them as well. Anyone who don't conform to this devil society is going to be excommunicated, put to death, right? This is Luke chapter 21, verse 26. It says, you know what? Let's start verse 25. It says, and there shall be signs, right? And this is written in red, okay? You know what that means, right? Should be signs in the sun and in the moon. I believe yesterday in New York, you had a blood moon, okay? Right? And you said, holy day, man, we just finished the Day of Atonement, right? That was back in, I think September, last month. We had the Day of Atonement, okay? You said, holy, man, that was spiritual too, right? After the Day of Atonement, I seen a lot of things after that, you know? It says, and upon the earth, distress of nations, right? So these nations are in distress, right? They're wondering, oh, when's our next meal, right? And it's gonna keep escalating, it's gonna keep getting worse. Right? Because these people, right? These other nations out here that are protesting, right? They have lack of bread, aka food. Okay? Right? It's gonna keep getting worse. Right? They already had a lack of everything, but it's gonna be even more of a circuit. Man, I can't even fathom what's gonna be happening out here, man. I could just read about it, you know? It says with perplexity and the sea and the waves roaring, right? So that's a symbol of the signs of times. Right? These natural disaster. Yeah, you see a video of a volcano erupting over there in I think it was Japan. When the hell did earthquakes or, you know, you have earthquakes or volcano eruptions over there in those type of countries? Never. No, these are the signs that's happening, man. Okay, these are the signs, man. Verse 26, it says, men's hearts filling them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, right? So these are the things that's to come on earth. The destruction and perilous times is supposed to come on the earth, right? And these people aren't gonna have an answer for it. Like these not elders, these elites, right? These elites have what is it called? Scholars, right? End time readers, okay? Astrologers, all these things, right? You don't think they have that on the left hand side, okay? You don't think they have it on the left hand side that you know, people that can break down the Hebrew, all these things, right? They can't break it down to 100%, but they can get like bits and pieces of it. All right, just like when they send these damn scholars, these high-end scholars, okay, trying to read artifacts like ancient Hebrew artifacts, ancient Egypt artifacts, and all these things, trying to break it down. They can't break down shit. Okay, first and foremost, you need to understand the scriptures in order to break down those certain things, right? Like, yo, man, I'm telling you, they have things on the left, they have ordinances and basically powers on the left-hand side in order to pull out these types of things. Okay. It says, in the powers of heaven shall be shaken, right? The earth is going to be shaken, man, to and fro, okay? And that's the end all be all of this place is that thermonuclear destruction. Basically, that's what that is, okay? That's the end all be all of this place, all right? Again, these people don't believe, like, why the hell would these people make natural disaster weapons and just put them in a museum and say, yeah, you know, America and Russia were basically saying they were going to destroy each other, you know, with these weapons right here, you know? Like, get the hell out of here. These things are going to be used. Okay, these are the devices that's going to be used, right? These are the devices that are going to be used, man. All right. Verse 7, it says, and then they shall see the Son of Man coming in the cloud with great power and glory, right? So Yahawashi is ultimately going to give us that deliverance, ultimately 100% deliverance out of this place, right? You know, and that's where faith is going to have to our faith is going to have to kick in, man. I'm telling you, right? We're not going to have no job out here. We're not going to have certain conventions like a lot of people that took the juice, right? They took the juice, they can still function a little bit in society, and they don't have their total freedom back, they can still function, they can still have a job, they can still pay their, you know? I'm telling you, man, it's gonna get crazy out here. It's gonna get crazy. You're gonna see more people bugging out, people killing each other, killing their family members, all sorts of things is gonna start to occur more. Okay? Right. I got Exodus yesterday. Exodus. Right? Esau is just all about the control, man. Okay? That's what he wants. He wants control over you. Alright? This is, Habakkuk. It's Habakkuk, chapter 3, verse 14. Alright? And that's why he's starting to take away these little things. Right? You see, businesses are going to close by default because the economy isn't flourishing like it used to. Okay? And guess who they're going to try and blame? Right? They're going to try and blame unjust people. Okay? So come on, let's get this. This is let's get Habakkuk. Alright. Right? That's the worst thing you can do too, is like take food off people's tables, like they can't eat, you know? So this is Habakkuk chapter 3, and we'll start at verse 14. Habakkuk chapter 3, verse 14, it says, we'll start at verse 14. It says, thou shalt strike though with the strays of the head of his villages. They come out as a whirlwind to scatter me. Their rejoicing was to devour the poor secretly. Okay? And that's when we read the book of Psalms. Esau is taking captive counsel of the poor. He lieth in wait. Okay? Who's the poor of this society, man? Okay? Of course you have these other nations being poor, you know, low, but who as a nation overall is poor? Okay? You can't argue that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the true Hebrew Israelites, okay, aren't the poor. Okay? Because they are. Alright? They are the poor. Right? And the scriptures speak of that. Alright? Because there's a reason why they're at the bottom, man. They're under the curses. Alright? The only way to get out of these curses is through Yahawashi and Sham. There ain't no other way. Right? The Lord said no one shall redeem us, man. No one's gonna redeem us. No one's gonna come to save us. Nothing. Okay? Alright? It says verse 15, it says, no, I think I read that one. No. It says, those that walk through the sea with thy horses through the heat of the great waters, right? Referring back onto Egypt, okay? Right? Which this deliverance that we're going to go through is going to be greater than Egypt, okay? It says, verse 16, when I heard my belly tremble, my lips quivered at the voice, rottenness entered into my bones and trouble in myself. I might rest in the day of trouble. When he cometh up unto the people, he will invade them with his troops. And that's what Esau's end goal is to invade you. He's going to take you over, okay? You're even going to have foreign nations invading America, invading these Western nations, because this nation's at an all-time weakest, okay? It's at its weakest point, okay? So these other nations are going to capitalize on this weak nation, okay? Well, let's continue. It says, verse 17, it says, although the fig tree shall not blossom, neither the fruit shall be in the vines, labor and the olive shall fail, okay? So all these, people working, okay, those days are going to come to an end, okay? Well, Esau often, and Esau's programming you too with that. You're sitting at home, you're waiting on him to give you the check. Waiting on him to put food on your table. That's what it ultimately is. When you take that, man, if this thing was to ever keep going, if Esau fully implements his agenda, okay, that's what it would be. You eat this amount of meat. You can only get this amount of clothes. You can only take this amount along of a shower. Right here, Esau's nasty too. He'd probably give you like a 2-minute shower. Not even enough water to wash your damn balls, man. But that's how it goes. Okay? His end goal is just to have complete control over you, man. Okay, referring back to the book of Obadiah, he wants to exalt himself like the Most High. He wants to have that status and the power of the Most High, man. Okay? Only the Lord can know those things, man. Know the deeps and crevices about you, because he made you. Okay? Right? And I'm gonna go into the first part of this video. I'm gonna go into the movie Brave New World. Okay? Right? Which that movie is, oh man, right? That movie is crazy, man. Okay? Right? And when I say it's crazy, I mean it's mad spiritual. Alright? Alright, so you're not those days of working, it's gonna be over with, man. You're gonna wait for him to give you that check. Okay? Which you people are already ready for that. You people are already lazy, okay? Right? These people are already sloppy. They're used to waiting on things from the government. Okay? It says the field shall no more yield no meat, and the flock shall be cut off, right? In that day you're not gonna have a steak. They're not gonna have a medium rare steak with a side of fries and some gravy and collard greens on the top right corner of your plate. No, man. Okay? These people are gonna be fighting over cookies and crumbs. Okay? Cookies and crumbs, that's what people are gonna be fighting over in the time of famine. And they're even gonna be eating each other. Okay? They're gonna be eating each other. These people don't believe that they can fathom each other, man. Okay? They can't fathom those things, right? And it says, when he cometh up unto the people, he will invade them with his troops. Oh, no, where are you going? It says, the flock shall be cut off from the fold, and there shall be no herd in the stalls. Right? There's not be nothing left in the place, man. Okay? That's how these people, a lot of these people know too, right? That's how they're fleeing back into their homeland countries. These people are trying to leave Canada, America, right? These Western nations, because they've been they're like, yeah, this place is done, man. We're trying to get out of here. They don't want to reap what's to come next, man. Okay? Which this whole thing's gonna come upon the whole earth, man. You can't escape the judgment of the Most High. Alright? Yeah, I think that's it right there. Yeah, come on.